Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and whenever you have the opportunity to join me. I'm Dr. Jan. This is Journey with Jesus, and I am so glad you are along for this journey. Remember, every journey starts with the first step, and then we take one step at a time. Yesterday, I was able to give my own personal experience of recovery. Every day we have to sometimes stop in the middle of the day and start a brand new day. And that we have to learn to be able to forgive ourselves, get up, dust ourselves off, and move on. And then, can you believe my devotional this morning helped to reassure that? And the biggest thing that I've really been hearing over the last day or two and week, we put God into our own understanding. And when we say God is love, and that's all he is, and faith, hope, and love, and, love is the greatest of these, all we have is the comparison of what we give for one to another. And so as you look through the Bible and as you start reading and really looking for the glimpses of what does love see, and remember, love covers a multitude of sin. And Jesus died so that we could be back in right relationship with God. And we think of all the hate and anger and, that he must be mad at us for all the bad things we did. No, there is freedom of choice. He knows a lot of what we're going to do, but he's already provided us the way of escape. And then we get into that question, well, if he already knew what I did, then how do I get to have a choice? Well, I've reminded you, when we have our own children, we sort of know the bent that they have. We know the choices they're going to make, and they still have freedom of choice. And what we need to realize is that God has the great ability to make whatever our choices are, even in the wrongness, as long as we're still here on this earth, we always still have the choice to choose him. And I'm praying that people will not become so bitter and anger with the humanness of religion. And I guess that's the hardest place for me to come. I've grown up in the church. I love the church. I love all that I can about God. However, sometimes what we get caught into is the religion that people have placed upon God. And God is not a religion. God is love. God is a relationship. God is love. He loves you. He loves me. He loves us just the way we are, and we don't have to change something to fit into somebody else's category. Now, will we put off some of those old things that aren't very godly? Sure we will. But it's not because somebody told us to. It's because the more we love him, the more we don't want to offend him, more we want to be in his presence. And it isn't as if you go put this on and take that off and do this. No, you will oh dear God, I love you so much. I'm so glad you loved me while I was the way I was. And now I want to be able to be more like you. And that's the peace. We become more like him because of love. And as we become more like him and draw close to him and he permeates more and more of us, that's that Jesus that gets put inside of us. It's a small seed. Read our Bible, pray every day, sing, do whatever we've got to do to know him more and more. And it starts to grow and grow. And it starts to shine. And then it surrounds us. And it puts us right back into the relationship that he always intended for all of us to have. And the only one who's wanting to rob, steal, and kill and destroy that relationship is Satan. Because you know what? He disobeyed. He got Adam and Eve to disobey. He tempted them. And he's mad. Satan's mad. It's well, how can you still love them? You kicked me out, Jim. Oh my gosh. So people, our best option is always to obey God, to give Satan a kick in the teeth. Because you know what? He's lost. He is no good. And I will not let him harp on me to tell me who and what I can be, because God said he has a plan for me, a plan to prosper me, not to harm me, a plan for health. And so when we take God at his word because he loves us, then you know what? Our life can change. Does it mean I'm going to be all of a sudden rich? No, but I can be rich in love. 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 That's the word. Love. And we have to love ourselves. So, I read the greatest obstacle. If I feel ashamed, I need a reality check because my thinking is probably distorted. The greatest obstacle to this learning process is shame. Shame is an excuse to hate ourselves today for something we did or didn't do in the past. There is no room in a shame-filled mind for the fact that we did our best at the time. No room to accept that as human beings we are bound to make mistakes. And God knows that. And He still loves us. And He still gave so that we could be with Him. So what more? Oh, can it be? Oh, yeah. So we just want to be able to give back. You know, here on this human earth, when you fall in love, you want to find, a card. You want to find a toy, a stuffed animal, chocolates and flowers. Well, why can't we have that same relationship with God? Well, I can't see. No, but you can sense Him. And that was the other thing I thought about. People say, well, how do I know God's real? Well, how do you know the wind is real? Because I can see and I can feel the reactions and what it does. God is real. And if you haven't had that experience, I challenge you, not in upset, but just say, God, if you're real, I need a sign. I need you to talk to me. I want to know if you're real, because if you're real, hey, this crazy woman on the TV and on the computer says, I could know you. And you know what? I believe and trust God that He loves you so much. He will give you a sign. He will bring someone in your life. You will be flipping through another channel. You'll do something and you will find that God is real. And I am so thankful. He loves us that much. It's called prevenient grace. He's always pursuing and chasing us. Hey, you got a secret admirer out there. Okay, today's reminder. Today I will love myself enough to recognize shame as an error in judgment. And Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, her quote, the ultimate lesson all of us have to learn is unconditional love, which includes not only others, but ourselves as well. And that's what God has for us. Unconditional love. Please like, follow, share, comment. This is Journey with Jesus. I'm Dr. Jan, and I'll see you again tomorrow.